It's time for the Mike Norvell Show, presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The show is supported by the Tennessee Lottery, Jack Turtle's Chicken, and by Mid-South Chevy Dealers.
Welcome in, everyone. Last night at the Liberty Bowl, we saw an offensive classic. 91 points, almost 1,300 yards, 5 lead changes. The Tigers were so resilient. They came back from down 14-0, 21-10. But in the end, Coach, heartbreak. A little controversy there. Could have been a tie game. It wasn't. Great fight, but it's a loss.
Yeah, it was definitely unfortunate. We came up a little short last night. I thought our guys, they battled for 60 minutes, and but at the end of the day, you're playing a really good South Florida football team, and we didn't make enough plays to get the W.
And make no mistake, this team is one of the best in the American Athletic Conference, and it was nip and tuck. It could have gone either way. You had to overcome a scare early, and I know there'd be a bunch of people out there that would wonder how B.J. Ross might be doing today.
B.J. will be fine. He, obviously it was a big hit. We were extra precautious, with handling him in his situation, but he was moving all of his arms, both his arms, legs, and we believe he'll be fine, here in the future. But just wanted to make sure we're very precautious with him.
That is really good news. That is for certain. We also saw some great moments. Anthony Miller now becomes the #1 all-time single-season receiving yards player, and he was amazing again.
I thought Anthony came up and showed up with another big game. He's been continuing to repair each and every week. Riley Ferguson, the offensive line, I thought played probably their best game of this season, which I was really pleased to see. A lot of growth within the game. But in a back and forth game, it's going to come down just a handful of plays, and we came up short on a few of them.
And sometimes you got to tip your cap to the other side. That's a great offense. And that quarterback who we saw, he could be the best in the AAC. Riley Ferguson's terrific now, but Quentin Flowers had one of those magical games.
Yeah, he was outstanding last night, and there were a lot of times that we had him. We thought we had him contained and had a hat for a hat, and he made some spectacular plays last night. So a lot of credit goes to him for what they were able to do. But it was a heck of a ball game.
There was at least 3 or 4 times you thought, man, you got him, and then he somehow got away. Here's what's coming up on the Mike Norvell Show: game highlights, and if you like offense and big plays, my goodness, have we got a ton of those. Then we got Mid-South Chevy Dealers Inside Access. You're going to love this. You'll see a part of President George W. Bush's address to the Tigers in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. The AutoZone road ahead is a Friday game in Cincinnati, Ohio. But first, we take a look at the first half.
The Mike Norvell Show.
For the first time this year, it actually felt like football weather. It was chilly, the wind was gusting at the Liberty Bowl, and 37,000 folks showed up to cheer on the home team.
It was a great crowd, and really appreciate all of Tiger Nation for showing up and coming out to support us. It was a wonderful experience being able to honor all the servicemen and women that help protect our country. And the game started off with a bit of a scare. B.J. Ross went down on the opening kickoff. It was a moment that our team, BJ's a tremendous player for us, and a guy that is deeply loved by his teammates. And like we just talked about, we got a good report on his status and where he's at. So we know we're wishing him for the speedy recovery.
And this would sort of be the theme of the day. You had him 3rd and 20 there, and Flowers made something happen, and then goes to work. And this guy is really terrific. Rodney Adams, they tell me he's the fastest guy on a team of athletes, and you could see there 49 yards, the early lead to the Bulls.
Yeah, we missed a couple of tackles in that first series. That was one of the big keys of the game. We had tackle in space, and what they do offensively, they have a lot of athletes that they like to spread you out. So when you get an opportunity to make tackles, you got to be able to get guys down, and you can see that what happens when we're not able to do that. First series, we started off moving. I thought ran the ball really well, but had a drop ball there on the 3rd down. Gave them the ball. We're able to pin them back on the own end of the field, and then once again they were able to get the ball out in space, and there wasn't anybody catching him when he got to the perimeter.
You can tell a guy is fast when guys who have angles are losing ground. That's the longest play from the offensive line of scrimmage in USF history, 92 yards. You're down 14-0, but this is what I love about your football team. They don't give up the rope.
Yeah, our guys are going to compete, and I'm really proud of them. The way that they responded. There was nothing negative there over on our sideline. Everybody was truly focusing on the next play. Make sure that we're going out doing our job. Really like the fact we were able to establish the run game last night. That's something that's been big. In our conversation on what we needed to do, and then we were able to move the ball down the field. Had a couple opportunities actually on that drive where we just we missed on a couple touchdown passes, and we had to settle for the field goal. And those are one of those things that whenever we get those chances, we got to be able to capitalize on them.
Field goal, by the way, number 72 for Jake Elliott. He keeps adding to his list. It's now number 1 in the history of the U of M. Out they come, and here's Marlon Mack, and he's a terrific running back, but that time the defense really strung it out beautifully, Coach.
Yeah, that was a big stop for us, and we were able to get the ball back for the offense. It was 14-3, and then really impressed with our backs. I talked about the offensive line, I believe, playing their best game. The running backs did a great job of running hard. Riley, I thought did probably his best job of working up in the pocket and was able to have some big scramble yards when all of our guys were covered down. A nice drive, being put together. Was really pleased with what I saw from our guys and the way they were working and being able to spread the ball around.
And then there's Anthony Miller, and there's a little extra 15 yards for the late hit, and just figuring out now what's open, what's not, when you can go. I thought that could have been a late hit, but his foot was still in bounds, and Ferguson gives you the 1st and goal.
Yeah, a nice response. Riley, present himself as a runner. That was a big fourth down play there, and then making sure we capitalize with getting the ball in the end zone. I was really pleased with the offensive response, making it a 1-score game, and I thought our guys were getting a lot of confidence there offensively.
And then off they go again, and there was a big hole up the middle, and that was Flowers. And Flowers was outstanding on the ground, too. He had 210 yards. And just like that, it's 21-10.
Yeah, we stopped them there on a 3rd down, and they were able to kind of tempo and decided to go for it on a 4th and 3. We were a little late getting aligned, and great players going to make you pay with that. So, gets it back to 21-10 offense. I thought was really getting in the rhythm a lot last night. But for us, it was just about making sure that we're finishing and capitalizing on every drive. And once again, I was really pleased with the offense and the overall performance. But still, they would be the first to tell you, that there was still a handful of plays out there that we got to continue to make. But once again, finishing up with a big touchdown run with Darrell Henderson, making it a 1-score game.
And guess what? Memphis does have speed too. And you got 3 backs. There's no question about that with Henderson and Taylor and Dorsey. So I got to throw Pollard in there too. And you look at those numbers, crazy stuff. 144 yards on the ground, 109. So that's 274 yards rushing for USF. These numbers are gigantic.
Yeah, they were able to hit some big runs. They had a 90-something yard touchdown run. That was something we had to try to get contained, and we knew they had some dynamic players. Really liked to balance an offense. Everything was starting with us with the run game and very efficient throwing the football. But we got it to 1-score game going into halftime. We knew we were going to get the ball coming out, and I liked the position that we were in there in the response the guys had in the 2nd quarter.
The drama really is just about to begin. There are 4 lead changes alone in the 3rd quarter. Come on back.
The Mike Norvell Show.
Welcome back in. Down by 4 at the half. The Tigers about to get the ball. What was the thing you addressed in the locker room?
We talked about it being a 60-minute game, and even though we faced some early adversity, guys, we knew we were getting the football, wanted to go out and get points on the board and put ourselves in a position to finish off in the 2nd half and work to get a victory.
The Mid-South Chevy dealers' drive of the game is right off the bat, and we're going to like this because the Tigers are going to get their first lead. And look at that catch. Wow, that's a one-hand special. It was good to have Phil Mayhew back in the football game after he missed a couple of weeks. And the Tigers look and pick their way, and that is Patrick Taylor. Boy, you are deep at that position.
Yeah, really excited about the guys and the way we're able to spread the ball around. Riley doing a great job managing the perimeter. Once he became a threat as a runner, it forces the defense to account for him and opens up bigger things on the perimeter. And then you finish it off your first drive with a touchdown to Daniel Hurd. And that's a young man I'm so very proud of. What doesn't show up on the film and the highlights is all his blocking and things he's done with the ball out of his hands. But it's good to see him finish off the touchdown.
And then you're 2 for 2 this year on these things. And guess who gets it? Anthony Miller.
Yeah, we wanted to try to seize that momentum, and we knew they'd had some success, so we went with the onside kick. And the sad thing about it is we're 2 for 2 with turnovers after we've done the onside kick. So that's a play that we'd love to have back. An offensive game that's going to be a one-possession game. Just right there, let's throw the ball away. Riley did a lot of great things last night, and that's one he'd like to have back. But I know he's going to build and learn from that decision.
You know what? That was the only mistake he made, and of course USF made him pay, so they regained the lead. But undaunted, here you go.
Yeah, guys were battling, and that's one thing that one of the best qualities of number 4 is just the way he responds when something negative happens, whether it's a drop pass, whether it's a bad play. I thought he did a great job of making sure he was moving forward and doing his job. The running game was really clicking there. I thought we were able to have great balance in what we were doing, and guys were working, they were playing hard. We got down here inside the 5. We got stopped on the first run attempt, and then we're able to come back with play action and get the touchdown to Daniel Montiel.
How about Montiel? 100 yards, 10 catches, that big touchdown. You got the lead. Your defense comes up stoked. But USF makes big plays, and there's Mac.
Yeah, we had to capitalize on opportunities to get guys down, and missed a couple tackles. That was part of the most disappointing thing from last night. It's just the missed opportunities with tackles. The offense came back and they responded. One of the best catches I've ever seen there by Anthony Miller, and to be able to drive down and get points on the board was big. And you'll still get it back to where it's a field goal game, and try to capitalize every drive.
Yeah, the chip shot he's not going to miss. He makes that play. And then defense starts to rise to the occasion. You get it right back, and to work you go. And Ferguson, we forget he had 331 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game. He was brilliant too.
Yeah, he did a nice job. We spread the ball around really well. I know Daniel and Anthony both had 10 catches, and then we got in position for a field goal, and just uncharacteristic miss there. And it's tough to leave points out there on the field.
What was interesting to me about that, I thought I know he had the distance, but the wind sort of pushed it a little bit left. They come back, and now it's an 8-point game, but not for long. Guess who? Wow, Anthony Miller. You're going to go for 2 here. Why not? Let's tie the game.
Yeah, once again, the offense with another great response. Big play to Anthony, then coming back, going for 2, trying to tie it up, and then we get third down situation, and the guy makes an incredible play.
That's like a magician right there. You've got him trapped 2 or 3 different ways. You took everything away, and he made a play happen, and there he goes.
Yeah, they actually have a miscommunication on this play. They run into each other, and then we have one of our guys trip up, basically on one of our own defenders, and he capitalizes in the end zone. The guys get a 2-minute drill. We start moving the ball. Daniel with the big catch over the middle. You're able to get a face mask penalty. They with Dorland, you got the ball down inside the red zone. A couple more big catches by Daniel, and then we go to run the ball here and get the ball inside. Daniel goes down with an injury, and so it kind of changed a little bit of the.
That cost you a timeout.
It did, and then we actually had to run a couple run pass option plays. They stacked the box and bringing pressure. A few missed opportunities there, and then sets up the last play, and just really unfortunate there. A lot of.
Well, watch this again, and you be the judge, because it could be a face mask, it could be a little bit of hold on the arm. No flag. Anthony is pleading his case to no avail, and that is your final. Of course, there's nothing to hang your head about this one, but it just did not work out. You did not get the call. Look at that, 277 rushing yards. That was terrific and great balance, 331 through the air. We mentioned how good Ferguson was. I know the USF rushing yards, 416 on a lot of big plays. That's something you guys will certainly work on. The numbers on Riley, one mistake, the interception. Other than that, really, really great night for him. And Miller, now with 153 yards, becomes the #1 all-time single-season receiving yards leader. And the first time I can remember Montiel with double-digit catches and 100 yards. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean, our guys competed, and, you're in playing in a.
You're watching The Mike Norvell Show.
Inside access took place 2 weeks ago in Dallas when former President George W. Bush spoke to our Tigers.
All right, fellas, we got a very special guest with us. Let me introduce former President George Bush.
I knew you had a special team when the coach told me he was from the Dallas area. Good luck to you all today. I'm looking forward to a good game. You go to a really good university, and hope you have a lot of fun out there and uphold the honor of your school. Good being with you.
Thank you, sir. Well, we appreciate everything that you've done and come to take a few minutes to talk to our guys.
Yeah. Wish you all the best. Yeah.
Thank you so very much. President Bush, on behalf of our team, we want to officially make you a Tiger here today.
There you go.
There you go.
It was awesome. Like Coach Norvell said, you don't get the opportunity to just listen to a president talk in person all the time. So, when he walked in the room, everybody just paid him complete respect because that's all he deserved. So, it was a humbling experience. It was awesome. It was cool to see, and it's just an experience I won't forget.
It was awesome. I mean, just seeing him just in front of us was starstruck. Getting to shake his hand and converse with him a little bit was really special.
That was an extremely a unique moment for our football team, once in a lifetime for everybody in that room to be able to hear a former president address our team. It was a special day, and we just thanked him for the service that he had given to our country, and that's one of the major values within our program is to serve. And the President of the United States to talk to our guys, pretty special.
I love it that you got him a jersey that quick. That was terrific. The AutoZone Road ahead. That's coming your way. It'll be in Cincinnati, Ohio. The AutoZone Road Ahead takes us on a Friday night to the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The Bearcats have hit a tough spot, but they're 4-6. Coach, senior night. They got still postseason to play for. They're not going to just lay down.
Yeah, we know we have to go up and once again this week, focus on ourselves. We got to go back on the road. I know our guys are going to rise up and respond the way that champions do, and I believe that. I believe in our guys. I believe in the coaches, and we're excited to get back on the field and go respond and show everybody what we're all about.
Hey, I can't wait to see you guys play again after that classic last night. Thank you very much, Coach. That'll do it. We'll see you Friday night in Cincinnati, and then again we'll see you right back here Sunday night. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you for watching The Mike Norvell Show, presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The show is supported by the Tennessee Lottery, Jack Turtle's Chicken, and by the Mid-South Chevy dealers.